For less than $1 and under an hour, you can make yourself 2 great new headbands. After experimenting a little bit, I found some dimensions that I thought worked pretty well. So I'm going to measure the width to be about 6.5 inches. And we're going to need 3 strips because I'm going to show you how to make a looped headband and then how to make a straight headband. So I'm just going to cut the 3 strips down. We're going to turn the fabric inside out and then we will get pins. Now I'm going to start pinning. Now we're going to move over to the sewing machine. First thing we're going to do over here is hem all of the strips. And now that we've reached the end of the strip, we're going to give it a good back stitch just to make sure that it stays in place. Now that I have the 3 strips sewed, I'm going to take all of the pins out, and then after we get all the pins out, we're going to turn them right side out. Okay, so we're just going to flip them like this so that we can hide the seam that we just did. We're going to step over to the table again and iron them so that they lay flat. Now we're going to take 2 of the strips and fold them in half, and then we're going to measure them, and I did 7 for one of them and 11 for the other after they're folded in half, so it's going to be 14 and 22 total. So like I said earlier, we're going to make one that's looped and one that's straight. So this one's the looped one first, so we're just going to take it like this, take piece 1 and put it over piece 2, and then we're going to come back over to the sewing machine and we're just going to give it a nice good hem. To do a straight one, you would do the same thing and you can just cut it straight across at 18 inches and then you would just sew both of these ends. Now we're ready to move on to the elastic. My whole head measured at about 23 inches, so since I did 18 for the other one, I'm going to do about 3 for this. And I'm going to sew the elastic down. After you get done sewing both sides, it should look like this. Now we're on the final step where we're going to take both of the sides and fold them in. The final step is just to sew this together. And now we're just going to finish off by cutting off any loose threads. And after that, you have yourself a nice homemade headband.